What am I doing? Yesterday or the day before, I installed Arch for the first time, but it was not a successful operation. Why? Because I had a lot of questions. I didn't know how to do a lot of things. I didn't know what a lot of the things meant. So we're going to do it again from scratch. This is the computer that I'm going to be installing on. It's a Dell microcomputer. So you can see the size next to the Glove 80. It's quite small. That's what she said. So let's look at the back. What do we have? Just USB, display ports, Ethernet, this VGA, I think it is. And on the front, just a USB and a USB Type-C. What is this? What is this one? This is headphone. I don't know what this one is. Okay, doesn't matter. So that is the computer that I'm going to be installing Arch on. It had Windows. I already wiped it in the first try. And I'm just going to pretend that didn't happen and install it from scratch. So let me just switch to this thing here. And let's go to another tab here on the browser. And I'm going to follow the ArchWiki. But now I know a lot of stuff about the videos that I watched, so I will have less questions. But I'm gonna go with the ArchWiki download page. Now, this doesn't have any information about archinstall. So if I search here, archinstall, nothing shows up. So if you're a newcomer, I think you're expected to follow the installation, like the full installation. That's not what I want. So if you want to do the Arch install, you come to the FAQ and you search here, Arch install. Okay, so Arch needs an installer, maybe a GUI installer. A guided installer with a text-based user interface is available. See Arch install for details. Okay, so in the FAQ, you can find this Arch install link. So if you go here, okay, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I want to follow. I don't want to do the manual installation. There's a lot of videos out there. I watched one by Jay. Quite good. He knows way more about Linux than I do. So just go and watch that one. But this is what I want to do. Let's see. So first here it says to acquire and boot the live medium as described here in the pre-installation. Okay, so let's first go to this link. And here, pre-installation, acquire an installation image, visit the download page. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Acquire the ISO file or netboot image and the respective PGP signature. Okay, then you can verify the signature. Why is this important? When downloading from an HTTP mirror, where downloads are generally prone to be intercepted to serve malicious images. Okay, so download the PGP signature from here and follow the instructions there to verify it. From an Arch installation, run this. Okay, so let's download it first. I'm going to download it, and it says here also the respective PGP signature. So if I come here, I'm going to download it from the HTTP mirrors. Here, HTTP direct downloads. Notice here's the PGP signature. So I assume that I have to download it as well, right? So you come here, PGP signature. Okay, it downloads it. Okay, .sig. Okay, let's see. I already created a directory with this with these files. So let me jump there. In my home session, Arch, and here's the file. Is it the same one? Yep, 0801 ISO.signature. Okay, so I have that already. I'm not going to download it again. Well, I downloaded it, but I'm not gonna move it to this folder. Notice that I'm in downloads Arch at the moment. So That's the signature. How do I verify it? I don't need to do this, but I just want to do it just to make sure and just to understand what the process is. But most people just download the ISO and that's it. Just want to verify that I have the right one, even though I'm confident that I have the right one. Just want to double check, basically. Download the ISO PGP signature. Okay, I have it. I already downloaded that. What else does it say here? Follow the instructions there to verify it. Okay, so already have the signature. Download verification. This b2sums.txt file, right? Right? Okay, now I downloaded this file. Well, I just copied the contents of this file that is here into another file, this b2sums.txt, which is the one that is shown here, b2sums.txt. And you can run this, Blake to be checksums. Let's see what this shows. So if I switch here, run this, it shows me that the ISO is okay because that is the one that I downloaded, right? So it's okay there. I guess that's what we are interested in, seeing that okay. Now, to verify the PGP signature using Sequoia, first download and release this signing key. This SQ command will not work. I tried it, but I did it with GPG. I still have it installed and I installed it through Brew. Okay, so, yep, I'm going to download the sign-in key. Okay, I think I have it here already. Which one is it? We're gonna see right now. Download the sign-in key. I'm just gonna run this again. By the way, I installed GPG through Brew. I'm just gonna run this. Where does it download it to? That's my question. Let's see. Oh no, it not changed. Okay, automatically retrieved peer at archlinux.org. Okay, so it downloaded the signing key, right, from WKD, whatever that means. But this, in theory, got the key. Where is that key? If I list the files here, it's not here. Where is that release key? No. Let's ask ChatGPT. So let's ChatGPT. No. Y to copy, and I'm just gonna paste it here. Okay. So just list the keys. Let's see. Okay. It says there you should see output like this. Okay. So yeah, public key, I assume. Okay, so that's what showed here as well. Where is it? Pub. Yep. Okay, so it seems that we got the sign-in key store there. I don't care about that too much. So verify the signature. Okay, let's run this. Let's just make sure that we have the right signature. Remember that I already downloaded the ISO. You can see the ISO file here, okay? And I downloaded the ISO from one of these mirrors in the US. I think I did. Is there something in my country? No, there is not. But let's see. United States. Yeah, I used one of these. I didn't care which one, just used one random one. Let's run this command now to verify the signature. Okay, now it says here, good signature. So I guess that means good, but let's verify it. Oh, let me show you the copy command. So if I do COP, notice that it copied. That's awesome. I didn't have to do anything, just COP at the same time with Kanata, copied the last command. Now I can come here, go up here. Okay, yep. So as I assumed, this good signature means that it's a good signature. Okay, so the what is this? Invalidate the signature. Okay, that I have not personally verified the key or marked it as trusted. Okay, makes sense. Okay, that's good. That's all I needed. As I said, this is not necessary, but it's good. So you just make sure that you at least have the right image, right? You just don't want to download the incorrect image. And why is that? For security reasons, 100%. So we already verified the signature. No, but we're not following the regular guide. We're following the archinstall guide. Okay, so boot the live medium. Okay, we're not there yet. Prepare an installation medium. In the last live stream, I spent a lot of time trying to do it with Pixie boot. Why? Because I'm running a Pixie Docker container in my home lab. So if I come here, let me create another Tmux window, and I'm just going to run, this command, dps, and just to show you which containers I have running here, let me minimize this a little bit. Here, these are all the different containers that I'm running in 3 different servers, right? So netboot.xyz is one of them. This didn't work. Well, I just wasted a lot of time, and I'm not doing that right now. So we're just going to do the regular USB installation. Maybe another day I will figure out the Pixie boot with Arch. I don't know. Not now. So USB flash drive. Okay. Netboots. Okay. No. So this is what I want. The USB flash drive. This is quite well documented, to be honest. So I'm using macOS, and the instructions for macOS are there, right? So if I search here, macOS using DD, and this works extremely well. I'm going to redo it so that I have the content in this new video that I'm recording. So this is the flash drive that I'm going to be using. It's 14 gigs or something. I remember quite well. I just need to connect it to my computer. Okay, I know how. I'm going to connect it with this thing here. I'm gonna connect it to my Mac, of course, because that's where I'm going to save this to the flash drive. Okay, so I just plugged it in. I get this message. I'm just going to ignore it and open the terminal and list all the storage devices. I should have done that before plugging it in, okay? But yeah, that's a good idea. So what is the command? Diskutil list, this one, okay? So there's a typo in there. Why? Diskutil list, okay. I know that the device is this one, 15 gigs. If you don't know what the device is, just unplug it. Just going to unplug it, and I'm going to run the command again. Notice that I have disk 0 and disk 3. Going to plug it in again. Plugged in. Just going to hit ignore here. Diskutil list. So the one that I just connected is disk 4. And it says here, okay, verify that this is the device that you want to erase by checking its name and size, and then use its identifier for the commands below. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Commands, plural, not singular, instead of disk X. Okay, so in my case, that would be disk 4. Okay, it's usually auto-mounted in macOS. You have to unmount it. Okay, so just going to unmount it. Just copy this. I'm just going to paste here disk 4. That is the one that I want to unmount. Successful. Copy the ISO image file to the device. Okay, so here it is. The command. We just copy this. Oh, I have the command here. So notice that I'm inside the same directory, so I just need to specify the path to the ISO. It auto completes, right? So if I just if I do here arch ISO, yep, it auto completes with tab. Okay, so disk 4, that is the flash drive, so that is correct. I'm just going to hit enter here. Permission denied, of course. sudo, hit enter, type the password. Gonna turn off my camera for a little while. Okay, I typed the password and it seems that it started copying stuff. Just going to bring this over here again. Gonna move it to the right side a little bit. Let me turn my camera on again. Now, the instructions here say this is going to run silently. You can press Control T to see the process. So, go back here to the terminal, Control T, and it says there, these many bytes have been transferred. Okay, let's do it again, Control T. Yeah, notice that it increases there. 55 seconds, okay? This is the rate, okay? And it says here as well, disk X here should not include the S1 suffix, or else the USB device will only be bootable in UEFI mode and not legacy, okay? This is very important as well. After completion, macOS may complain that the disk you inserted was not readable by this computer. Select ignore. The USB device will be bootable. So I just select here ignore. What does this mean? Disk X should not include the S1 suffix. If we go back here, here's the suffix S2, right? So just use disk 4. Do not do the S1 or S2 suffix. So I have the image already. That's a big step. Let's go back to the previous page. Boot the live environment. Okay. ArchLinux images do not support secure boot. You will need to disable secure boot to boot the installation medium. You can enable it afterwards. Okay. So, okay. When the installation medium's bootloader menu appears, you use the ISO, select Arch Linux, install medium, and press enter. Okay. Yep. You will be logged into the first virtual console as the root user and presented with a CSH shell prompt. To switch to a different console. No. I don't want to do that. Set the console keyboard layout and font. Oh, so this is, I watched some videos and they set the font to a higher size. So this is the command that they use. Okay, this is where they get it from. That's useful. Or maybe the ArchWiki added it afterwards. We won't know. Verify the boot mode, connect to the internet. Okay, system clock, partition. Now, this is not using the arch install guide, is it? Where's the command? Let's see. No. What is this? Is this the regular installation guide? Arch install. If we go back to this arch install guide, notice here the URL, right? It tells you to get the live medium. Then just run arch install. So once you boot the live medium, you run this arch install then. The guide installer will perform or ask user input for multiple steps described here. Don't leave your root password blank. Okay, I see. So this is what that means. You're gonna understand later what this means. But it says here, the installer can configure wired interface on the installed system using systemd networkd, or it can copy the configuration used on the ISO. That means if you configure a wireless interface using this, its configuration, including the password, the Wi-Fi password, will be copied to the installed system. It also copies the configuration for wired interfaces that is present on the ISO. I'm not gonna do wireless because that computer doesn't even have a wireless card. So it's fine. Profiles, okay. I watched a video as well about profiles. It installs your desktop environment and all that stuff. And I think I'm gonna do that. I don't know what desktop environment to use. I don't know what the difference between them is. I don't understand that, but it's fine. We're gonna figure it out then, I guess. So if we follow the guide, the only thing that I'm interested in is this console fonts are located in, or use one of the largest fonts suitable for IDPI screens. Run this. What if I want to make it bigger? That's what she said. Can I run a different command? Okay. So I can try even larger variants if available. Interesting. Okay. Now, I want to SSH into this from my terminal, and I want to do it via SSH, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just go step by step. Okay. First, I'm going to connect this computer and go from there. Okay. So let's just plug it in. Going to move my keyboard here. Okay, so the computer is plugged in. Here's the USB flash drive with the ISO installed. I'm just gonna connect it to the computer here in the front. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm connected to this computer. So I'm gonna switch to another scene and I will be able to see that computer. So we can follow there. Let's see, just gonna put my keyboard here. Should I put the other keyboard? Now I can reach it. I can reach it here. Okay. Now let's switch to this scene. I'm gonna turn the computer on. For this computer is F10 to go to the BIOS. I'm just gonna press F10. Yep. Notice that it worked. So F10. I'm just going to disable secure boot because that's what ArchWiki tells me to do. I can enable it later. I have it disabled, but I just want you to see how to disable it. Oh, the keyboard is not plugged in. God damn it. Hold on. Let me plug it in. Okay, I rebooted it. Okay, now the keyboard is plugged in and I'm gonna hit F12. Yep, there we go. So here it shows me the different options. USB, UEFI USB. So I assume the first one is the USB flash drive. So I'm just gonna hit that. No, hold on. First, I wanna make sure that secure boot is disabled. Remember that. So BIOS setup here under secure boot, you can tell that secure boot enabled is not checked, which means that it's disabled. So that's good. Do I have virtualization enabled on this computer? Let's see. Yep, it is enabled. Yep. So just gonna leave that enabled for now. Wireless? Does it have a wireless device? No, this computer does not have a wireless device. I think. Not quite sure. What type of video device does it have? Let's see. Video, primary display, Intel HD graphics. Okay, so it's an Intel card. Do all of these computers have Intel graphics? Let's see. Optiplex, Intel UHD graphics. Yep, yep. So it says Intel there. I don't want to go to the general tab because it's just gonna show information about the computer, like serial number and all that stuff. I don't know if that can be used somehow, so I'm just not gonna go there. But it has an Intel integrated chip or graphics, it seems. So I'm just gonna hit exit. Since secure boot is disabled, this is the mouse. That's it. Then F12, UEFI, USB. Yep. And it says here, archlinux install medium. Okay. There's a beep going on in the background. I don't know why. If I switch to a different option, it stops. So let's just go back here to the guide. If you use the ISO, select archlinux install medium and press enter to enter the installation environment. Okay. You will be logged in. The shell prompt. Nano and Vim are available. Okay. What does it say here? To view this guide with links. Oh, I think that's a browser in the terminal. Use the Alt plus arrow shortcut. What's that shortcut? I don't want to do it anyway, but I'm going to be switching back and forth. But that's good to know. How do you bring this up then? Alt plus arrow. Let's search for links or arrow. No, let's go back. Doesn't matter. So let's just go back here and install Medium. Hit enter there. Let's see what happens. Okay. Just some checks. It seems that it's running right now. Copying root FS image to RAM. Okay, some checks there. Now remember, what I'm going to try to do is to do this via SSH because I don't want to do it from this other. I prefer doing it from my terminal because when I set the password, I'm going to save it in one password. So I just want to copy and paste. So I prefer doing this via SSH than doing it directly on this device. I watched a video from Jay in which he enabled that. So we're going to give that a try. You know what? Let's give that a try first. I don't want to do anything here. I would like to try to do it via SSH. Let me just try to find the video that I watched. Okay, let me switch to my screen so you can see what I'm looking at. Here, this. How to install archlinux the first time. Complete walkthrough. You setting up Wi-Fi here. I don't need that. No, Wi-Fi, I don't need it. There is where he switches over to SSH. This man knows what he's talking about. Okay, first make sure that it's enabled, the SSH daemon. Okay, if for some reason, if it's not running, you just start it. Okay, okay. Then you set a root password. Now, he says here that this password that you set is so that you can SSH, otherwise you will not be able to. And this is not the root password for the installation, but this is just for the live ISO. So it doesn't matter too much what you set here. This is not going to be your real root password. Right, so okay, and then he switched to it. Okay, let's give it a try and let's see what happens then. So I'm just gonna switch to that other computer here. Let me try to set the font size bigger, at least for this command. In the guide, we found the command. ChatGPT also told me, no, it doesn't matter. I'll just set it to what is listed in the guide. Where is it? Set font DER. Okay, so set font DER minus 132B. Okay, that's way better. And I set it to something bigger. ChatGPT told me to use a different command. Let's see. And the command that it says is, I don't want to run that right now. Whatever, let's just do this. Okay, so what did Jay say? Just systemctl status SSH daemon. So it's active, it's enabled. That's good. I don't need to enable it. So just set a password for the root account. Doesn't matter what I said here. I'm just gonna set password and password again. Password updated successfully. Okay. So once I have that, since SSH is running on this machine, I should be able to SSH into it from my other machine. Okay, so this is macOS. I'm gonna go to Ghostty here. And yep, I'll do it from here. Well, I need to get the IP address first. How am I going to log into it if I don't know the IP? Let's just skip this version. Just go back here. How do I get the IP? IP. Okay. It should be this one, 88.133. Okay. So let's switch back. 113. Okay. SSH root 113. So it should be this one. Yes. The root password, which is the one that I set, is just password. You can see that I'm typing it there. Awesome. I love this. Okay. So Now I can continue with the installation here. Oh, I cannot clear. Okay. Oh, the terminal type. Okay, this is gonna be an issue because let me try to type something. Testing this. Look what happens if I try to delete it. It doesn't delete it. So we're gonna do something. I have this in my SSH configuration. Jump here to my, since I'm using Ghostty and I'm doing this over SSH. Where is this? DSHRC Linux. Yep, this. I set the terminal to term xterm 256. So just gonna do this. I'm gonna add it to the CSHRC file. Am I using CSH? I think I am, right? Oh man, this is gonna be painful because I cannot delete stuff. No, in the home directory, yeah, root. Should I create my CSHRC file? Let's see. No, what was it? Echo. What is it to see what shell am I using? Oh, yeah, the variable. Echo. Oh, shit. Echo. The fuck, Alexa? Echo shell. Okay, so yeah, I'm using CSH just the same way that I'm doing the macOS. But yeah, I'm just gonna create the file. CSHRC. And where do I have the I want to export this? Just go back here, paste it. Let's save and quit. Let's source CSHRC file, and now this works. Just clear this. If I do echo term, I'm using xterm 256 color. Okay, so now I can type and delete stuff. So if you're using Ghostty, you will probably need to do the same thing because otherwise you will not be able to delete stuff, right? So what did I just do? Just created the CSHRC file. It's listed here, or maybe it existed already. I don't know, but it's right there, right? And I just added the CSHRC, this export to set the term to xterm. And now I can just work in this terminal as usual. I can type and delete stuff, no issues whatsoever. Should I enable SSH key based authentication so that I SSH? No, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm just we're just gonna continue. Okay, so we are here. We are on the new machine, in the one that I'm going to install Arch. Now I can easily switch to my browser. I can copy stuff to it from one password. So if I want to copy this, for example, copy. If I want to paste commands, it's way easier to do it via SSH compared to the... Oh, okay. This doesn't work here. Compared to the regular, terminal inside the machine directly. But let's continue then. That's good. Okay, so according to the guide, right after you boot the live medium as described here, you can run it directly. So yeah, just run archinstall. What do I want to verify first? Let's see what we have mounted, because there is a part in the guide that asks you to download the configuration or to store your configuration file. And I want to do that, I want to save that configuration somewhere. So do I have to mount? Do I have to mount it first? Let's ask ChatGPT. I'm just going to grab this. I'm just going to copy it. And at a certain point in the archinstall script, you get an option to save your archinstall configuration file. This is the box I'm installing arch on before running the script. Do I have to mount something to be able to save that config. Also going to tell it that I don't see the 15 gig drive. Okay, so SDA is the 15 gig drive. Then, yep, that is the flash drive. So SDA is the flash drive I'm using to install this, and NVMe 0 and 1 is where I'll install Arch. Let's see what it says. Yep, so by default, it's just going to store it into root or temp, which is going to be gone after you reboot. If I want to save it persistently, I have two options. I think this makes more sense. Save it to the USB installer, because the internal disk, if I choose that and then Arch wipes it, what is the purpose? So I think I want to store it to the USB installer. Yeah, so just mount that device. Okay, that makes sense. Save it to the disk you're installing here. So yeah, as like I said, this makes sense after you've partitioned and mounted the target disk. I think it makes more sense to start here, because I don't know if I select this disk, right, to store the configuration, you're gonna understand what I'm talking about in a little while. But if I select this and then Arch wipes it, like it doesn't make any sense. So I'm just going to store it in the USB, just for testing, and we'll see if it stores it there. SDA2, is that the one? Why is it mounting SDA2, that partition? Okay, let's see if it works. What's the worst thing that can happen? I'm just going to write a test file like it said there. The file is there, right? Yep, so I can write stuff to it. So in theory, if I want to save my configuration to the USB drive, I will be able to do it. It doesn't make much sense at this time, but I promise it will make more sense afterwards. So I think I have everything I need here. I, in theory, just have to run archinstall and go from there. So let's give it a try. Archinstall. Okay, English, locales, that seems good. Mirrors and repositories. So select regions. Does it allow me to search? Okay, United States. Did you select it or no? What are you doing, man? United States. Do I have to hit enter or what? United States. Enter. Okay, I hit enter. I can search with the same way that you search in Vim with the /. That's the way that I was able to search. Okay, so the region is United States. I don't need any of this. This configuration, partitioning, use a best effort. Yeah, I'm a noob. I'm not going into, messing with partitions at the time being. So this is the 15 gig USB flash drive, and this is the disk itself. So I'm just gonna select this. BTRFS. Okay, so this is it's not better. It's butter, it seems. So most of the guides tell you to use ext4, but I'm going to go with BTRFS because I watched another video by Typecraft in which he creates snapshots using Timeshift, I think it's called. I don't know, but he's using BTRFS. BTRFS allows you to do snapshots. In case you mess something up, you can just go to a snapshot, similar to what you can do in macOS, right? So, but macOS, you have to use that hideous time machine thing. Well, I have run in it in a Samba container, but this seems quite simpler to set up. So I'll choose BTRFS. Sub volumes with the default structure. Yes, whatever. Use compression. I don't know what this means. So I think I read somewhere compression is good. So I'm just going to go with compression. Encryption, I don't care about this. Snapshots, let's see. Okay, so snapshot type. Typecraft was using Timeshift. So I don't want to figure stuff out with Snapper. I'm just gonna, based on his video, and go with Timeshift for now. Okay. If you know if the other option is better, Snapper, let me know in the comments because I'm interested in knowing about that. I'm not going to encrypt the disk. This I'm not gonna do as well. What is this? Logical volumes, right? I remember messing with those. No, I'm not doing that. Go back. Swap. This is a new way of doing swap, and it seems to be more effective. So I'm just gonna go with this. Yes. Bootloader. Okay. My plan is to run Omarkey. What's the DHH Arch distribution? Omarkey. Yeah, I think that's the one. I want to try a couple. I want to try a few distros, see which one I like best. So my plan is to create multiple partitions in the disk, and I'll go with Grub because in theory it's easier to set up multiple partitions this way. So this is what I'll choose, Grub. I'm not sure if I will have time to install this because I will have to start working soon. Hostname. What should we call this? Let's see, Grub there. What should we call it? Oh, I know what I'll do. uh, holylink. Hey, why so serious? Um, my friends have a nickname for me, and they call me. What do they call me? What do those motherfuckers call me? Archu. That's what they call me. Like this. Look, Archu. So look at this. Look at this trick. Think linkarchu. God damn it. Am I a genius or not? I am. That's like the name of a distro, man. That's fucking genius. So let's go with this. Linkarchu and authentication root password. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. Since I'm connected to the machine via SSH, I can copy the password and paste it directly from one password. On the other hand, if I would be connected to the machine directly, I would have to type it and I would have to use this hideous keyboard. But since I'm logged into it via SSH, I can use my regular keyboard. Archulink would be an Arch distro, right? Right? It's a good name. Yep. So let me set the root password. I'm just gonna create it in one password. And now what password am I going to set here? New item, login, and it's my machine is going to be called archlinux. No, what did I call it? No, linkarchu. Yep. Well, archlinux. Man, that's fucking genius as well. I have two names, linkarchu and archlinux. God damn it, man. It's just adding one more name, archlinux. I like that. We're gonna do a poll afterwards and see which one wins. Okay, so the username for this is root and the password, whatever one password generates. And just gonna save this bad boy. Okay, there we go. Now, authentication, root password. Okay, I hope when I paste it here, it's not shown, right? So let's just paste it. Okay, awesome. And let's confirm it. Just gonna paste it again. Awesome. User account. I'm gonna create a user, and that's just gonna be me. Gonna create a password for this user. Okay, so this is going to be linkarzu. I'm gonna create another password for this. Password. Generate a new password. Use. Save. Okay. So I have both of these generated by one password. I have them there. I'm just gonna copy this, gonna paste it here, confirm password, paste it here. Oh, hold on, I typed an extra character there. Let's paste it again. There we go. Should it be a super user? Yes. Okay, confirm and exit. And let's go back here. Profile. Okay, now this is confusing. I watched a video in which the guy selected a profile. So this is going to be a desktop. It's not going to be a server. It's just going to be a desktop computer. So let's select desktop. Now, this is the confusing part, man. There's so much shit going on here that I don't know what all of this means, right? So SKHD. I don't need SKHD because I'm going to be using Canada. And I think SKHD is just a keyboard mapper similar to Canada. What is this? Cinnamon. Okay, so these I assume are desktop environment. Oh, okay, so it says there. Environment type, window manager, desktop environment, desktop environment, desktop window manager, desktop environment, desktop environment. So I don't know what to select here, man. This is quite confusing, to be honest. i3, okay, i3, AD Plasma. I just have heard these words everywhere on every Linux video, but I don't know what these guys are talking about. I know that Brodie is using this Neary window manager. It's a scrolling one. I don't need that, to be honest. Utile, River, Sway. Okay, now Sway seems to be like the new version of i3. So Hyperland, I don't know why it's so serious. To be honest with you, I don't know what option to select here because I don't want tiles. I don't care about tiles. I don't like tiles. Matter of fact, I hate tiles. I just want to have a single application on the screen at all times, similar to what I have right now, correct? So browser, terminal, and YouTube and all that stuff. I don't know what to select. I guess, man, this is the confusing part. The guy in the video selected KD Plasma, and that's what he went with. I think all those window managers can do that, but you need to configure them. So what do we do here? I guess we can try, and if I don't like it, I can just go with another one. Aerospace is similar to i3 because they wanted to create, yeah, Aerospace and also Yabai. They are i3. They're inspired on i3. Now, the problem with i3 is that based on what these guys say, it's kind of outdated, and the alternative, the new alternative for that, at least that's what Brodie said when I interviewed him, is Sway, right? So I could use Sway. It says there it's a window manager. If you want something new, go with Hyperland. At least I would try that. Oh man. You think so? Look at the different things that it has, that it includes. So it says there, environment type, desktop environment. Now, what does it mean? Like, is this okay? So do I need to select a desktop environment and I also need to select a window manager? Is that how it is? Dolphin is file manager. Okay, so if I choose Hyperland, it comes with Kitty. I use Kitty. I like that. It's not my main terminal because I'm gonna be using Ghostty, but you know, it's nice that it has Kitty installed. Yeah, it installs all that. So I don't know what all of this is. So if I select Hyperland, right? Wolfie is an app launcher. UWSM Slurp. Are these just made up random words that these guys are typing in there? The only one that I know is Kitty. Dolphin. Dolphin is actually no, Delphi. That was the programming language that I used when I was a young kid. Hideous. It was horrible. I remember you needed to create these forms and stuff like that. Slurp is a Wayland capacitor. Okay, let's do something. Can I select text here? Because I'm running Tmux, right? Okay, so let's ask ChatGPT. I'm at the, let's see what this, I'm using the 4.0 model. Let me switch to 03 because 04 is really stupid. 4.0, yeah. And I think I want to go with Hyperland, but I'm confused. As under environment type, it says desktop environment. Do I need to select a window manager as well? Is Hyperland a window manager or what? And Brodie and DistroTube have told me this directly and I just forgot it and I don't know what all this means. Let's just paste this here. Delphi for your graduation paper in high school. Yeah. Did you like Delphi? How old are you? Why so serious? You already told me like 5 times, but I forgot it. I don't have more disk space available. So if you tell me something, I will forget it. You're 30 now. Okay. You're not that young. I thought you were younger. I'm 37, 38, something like that, I think. So you're getting older, my friend. You used to be a kid. Now, Hyperland. Okay. Desktop environment. Do I need to choose a window manager besides that? Or what the actual... They mentioned 2 words. They mentioned Hyperland and they mentioned Wayland. Is Wayland part of Hyperland? Is it something different? Or what the actual hell? It comes with everything. I'm just gonna select this and let's see what it says. Notice that this other option, BSBWM, says window manager. So I need to choose a window. Let's see what ChatGPT says. Probably it's gonna say something stupid, but let's give it the benefit of the doubt. So it says there, pick only Hyperland. You don't need to take a second window manager entry. What Hyperland actually is, it's a capacitor. That's the word that these guys always say. But the real question is, what is a capacitor? I have no idea. Plus, tiling, stacking window manager in one binary. Gemini has better results for searching. I have never used Gemini, to be honest. I have always used ChatGPT. It's hit and miss, you know, sometimes it works. But it seems that it gave me a decent answer. Let's see. Key binding daemon. I don't like that. I don't like that. Is this like that's where we get into issues, right? Let's see. I'm planning on using Kanata as my keyboard mapper in the future. Also, I like using a single app on the screen. I come from macOS, I use Yabai, and there I use in DAC mode, which means on the screen. I use Kanata to switch based on what I understand. This comes with a keyboard mapper as well. What if I don't want to use it and use Kanata instead? And can I use this DAC mode with Hyperland? Let's see what it finds. Okay. You find the daemon for window manager actions like I use SKHD. Now that's the thing that I don't use SKHD, you know. I just use Kanata and that's it. That's the only thing that, you know, intercepts my keyboard and does everything. I want to have a single thing and I want that thing to be Kanata and that's it. Let's see what this thing says. Window manager, shortcuts, it's bind lines. Okay. Kanata, okay. So run Kanata as a systemd user service, okay. strip any conflicting bind from the hyperlink config. Hyperlink will happily receive Kanata's remapped keystrokes. There's no double mapping unless you add it yourself, okay? Hyperlink ships 3 tiling layouts. The window BSP style. Okay, so that's the splits. I don't like that. Master, 1 master pane plus style stack on the side. Floating, classic remove. No first party monocle layout yet. You have 3 workable approaches. Full screen per window. Master with 100% ratio. Okay, that's a good option. So I can use master and use 100% ratio. And if I use this master layout, I think skitty nodes could just be in there as well. Let's give it a try. You know, I can read a lot of stuff and I don't know what the fuck it's all gonna mean until I try it and try to make things work. I think it'll make more sense. So it says here, putting it together, keep only hyperlink selected, and after first boot, enable Kanata, whatever. Now, does this come with desktop environments? Does this come with desktop environment? Is hyperlink desktop? Oh, and it includes a bar as well. It includes, or doesn't it? I think I read somewhere that it included a bar, right? No? So what do I have to do after selecting hyperlink here? Should I watch a video or should I just go for it? Is this thing, I don't know what it's talking about. It's a traditional, isn't a traditional desktop environment, a compositor plus this stuff. Okay, so anything that boots into a ready to use graphical session. What to get after selecting hyperlink and its helper tools. A couple of user level extras. Yep, but you don't get. Should we go with this? Why so serious? What do you think? Hyperlink. You just want to be popular, right? You just want to do what everyone else is doing. Is that it? Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. Hyperlink seat axis. What does this mean? Seat. Okay, let's see. Archinstall hyperlink. Hold on. Let's see if we can find something in YouTube. Hyperlink. There must be someone that did this already. Oh, look at this. This is 1 year ago. 6 months ago. 15 minutes. Huh. This is gonna be useful, man. This is gonna be useful actually. This typecraft video. But is this doing the Arch install or is it doing something else? Man, this seems like a lot of work. I just want something that works out of the box. I don't want to configure stuff too much, to be honest. Now, this has 89,000 views 1 year ago. Let's give it a try. Let's see what this is. So this guy is explaining here. Does it match what I have? Let's see. Go back. How do I go back? Oh, god damn it, I can't. But I have it here. He asked ChatGPT. So Dolphin Dunst. Yeah, it seems that we're on the same QT5 Wayland, QT6 Wayland. There's a few that are not listed there, like UWSM. Let's see. This one is newer.
Oh,
okay, let's see.
Don't like this one.
This seems to match exactly mine. No, still newer. The one that I have, it includes a few other things like UWSM. I don't know what that is. XDG Desktop Portal Hyperlink. Oh no, that's there. So which one should I watch? This one, I guess. Okay, so this guy selected polkit. He didn't explain why. Let's see if this guy explains.
Welcome back to my channel.
Where are we? Okay. Go back here. Okay. Let's see what this guy says. Profile. Hyperlink. Dunst is the notification service. Wofi is the application launcher, just like you said. He just polkit. He didn't explain why, so let's just do it. Polkit, installed packages. Nano. Nano is for bitches, man. We get Vim. like real chats. I think that comes by default. Oh yeah, Vim is there. Okay. Can you uninstall packages if you want to? Like if I select this type, no, I can't, right? I don't care. Let's leave it there. Hold on. Let's see. Reader. He chose lie. Reader. Lie. Why? Why did you choose that, man? Okay, now graphics driver. Mine is an Intel machine, so I'm just going to select here Intel open source. Reader. What does this mean? What is this? Let's ask. What is this greeter? The login screen. Okay. GNOME desktop. Oh, you cannot say GNOME because those guys are gonna come after you. You have to say GNOME, I think. Hyperland greeter. Let's see. Greeter. Lie. What is the greeter? I don't understand, man. Oh, it's like this. What first comment? Here? None. Now, in the images, yeah. Okay, so here's the different greeters. Can I have like a list of greeters? Let's see. Greeter, EDM. Okay, this is like the Ubuntu one. Okay. See, what is this? Light. What is this? Typecraft has a video. Okay, this one looks not too great. Lick greeter. Yeah, I watched the video from Typecraft. This one doesn't look bad, I think. Lie. That's lick one. That looks good. Lie. Nah. That looks like shit, to be honest. SDDM. Yeah, I think I like this one. Slick greeter. I think. Look, if we go back, slick greeter. Come on, just show me the image, man. I think I like this one. This is BTK. Now, this looks like 80s greeter. And this looks like the Ubuntu one. I think I like this slick one, to be honest. Greeter, slick. Let's go with that and let's see what happens. Now, I selected the graphics environment profile, applications, audio. Everyone selected Pipewire because it's the new kid on the block. It seems it's the new one. Pulse audio was the old way of doing it, so I'm just gonna go with that, even though I don't understand why and what it means. Bluetooth, I don't have. Kernels. Jay, this guy Jay mentioned that you can use this, but it's also good to install these LTS kernels. What is that? Long-term, I think that's long-term something. In case that you break this up, you still have that other one, so I'll just go with his advice. Network configuration. This, I already read it in the documentation, and it means that whatever you configure in this live environment is going to be copied to the system. I'm not using Wi-Fi or anything, so I'm just going to select this. It's fine. But if you configure Wi-Fi in the installation menu, if you select this, copy ISO, it's going to copy your credentials and all that stuff. Additional packages. I don't think I need any additional packages, but let's see what shows up here. No. I'll install all this by myself. Time zone, I'm gonna set it to my country. Hold on. Search America. There. Enter. Okay. Yeah, with enter, I can select it. NTP enable, that's good. So that it syncs the time. Save configuration. Okay, so this is what we did, or this is what I did actually. I mounted a volume. Okay, so I want to save this configuration in case that I need to redo this again. So let me open a new window here in Tmux. I'm going to SSH. Password is the password for this thing. Now, ls block. I mounted it in mount USB. Okay, so if we switch here, save user configuration, mount. It says here that it should work with tab completion, but it doesn't. USB. And ChatGPT recommended me here. Mount. Yep. This. Why Etsy? Etsy is not even mounted. What the fuck are you talking about, man? Mount USB. Gonna give it this name. Let's see if it works. Arch. Oh no, I'm gonna name it. What was the name of my system? Linkarchu. .json. Nope, not a valid directory. But why not? If it's right there, man. Mount USB. I did mount it. It's mounted. So why cannot you see it? Oh, so it recognizes that mount USB. Oh, so you just specify the directory. Okay, since I mounted it, it does recognize it. You just don't need to specify the name of the file. Okay, so if I hit yes there, do you want to encrypt the user credentials, that JSON file? Nah, I have my password there. Damn, but then I need a password to unencrypt it. Let's hit yes and let's see what happens. Get the fuck out of here, man. Yes, okay. File encryption password. Okay, let me create a password here. Edit. Credential. This is credentials file encryption password. And gonna add a password for this. Password and generate new password. Use save. Okay. This is the password for this. Paste it, and there we go. Did it save? Let's see. Oh, there it is. User underscore configuration.json. Awesome. Okay. 1444. Is that the one? Yep, that is the one based on the time. Okay, so I was able to save that configuration. That's good. Now, let's hit install. Will be applied. Would you like to continue? Yes. Formatting. Okay. So it's installing right now. Let's see what happens. Let's see. You didn't like what? Let's see what. Oh, no such file directory mount USB. So it didn't like that I mounted that. Let's see. Hold on. Okay. So it's mounted. Should I unmount it now that it's saved? Let's see. Is that why it doesn't like it? Mount. No such file or directory. I think it's unmounted. Yeah, just specifying the path to the mount point. Yeah, it's not mounted. Let's try it again. Archinstall. I hope that it saved the configuration. Did it? Please? Motherfucker, it didn't. No, it didn't. But there's a way to load the configuration. Hold on. Did I do it again? Okay, now it is unmounted at the moment. Let's see. I don't know why it says there that it's mounted, but it's not. In theory. Let's see. Just confirm. Okay. Gonna exit out of this. Let's do it again real fast. Bucket. Repos. Regions. United States. Custom servers. Nope. This configuration. Partitioning. Best effort. The disk is this 500 gigs one. BTRFS. Yes. Compression. Snapshots. We're gonna use Timeshift. Encryption. Nope. Swap. Yes. Bootloader. We said that we're gonna use Grub. Hostname. Okay, the hostname is stored. No. It's different name. Authentication. God damn it again. Password. Have it here. Root password. Your account. Password. Super user. Yes. Confirm and exit. Back. Profile. Type. Desktop. Hyperland. Polkit. Graphics driver is Intel. Reader. We said I'm gonna go with this. Back. Applications. Journals. This. Yeah, this seems good. network configuration, no additional packages, time zone. Okay, so BTRFS with Timeshift, swap, yep, Grub, yep. Let's try it again. Yes, let's see if we get the error one more time. All right, why so serious? Talk to you later, man. I'm gonna go soon as well. Let's see if we get the error. What is gonna happen? Was it because the disk was mounted before? Is that why I got the error? If someone reading this in the comments knows, please let me know. Let's see. Let me see if I can find something here in the ArchWiki. What was I going to look for? I forgot. Let me see. While it's installing. Okay. It's installing right now. Seems that it's good this time. I don't know why. Okay. Save JSON. How do you save that configuration file? So if you save the configuration file, do you have to unmount the volume before you continue, or you're gonna get that error? I have no idea, but it seems to be working now. How do I load that configuration? That's what I want to know while this installs. So how do I load that configuration? Yeah, that's what I want to check. Where is this? And let's go to the FAQ. And if we go here to archinstall, and if we go here to official documentation. Oh, but this is just for the Python Python library. But here there's something. Hold on. So this is how you can pass that file. Okay, so I can mount the USB flash drive, copy the file to my home directory before running arch install, unmount the drive, and then call it like this: arch install config. Oh yeah, config and a path to the file. Based on what I understand from here, that's something that I could use that configuration file for, so that I don't go through the entire process again. But I guess that only works with the arch install script version that you generated the file with. If you have a different version, it's not gonna be compatible. Who knows? But just something to keep in mind. Maybe it says something about that here. Let's search the ArchWiki config URL. No, config this. If we come here, if we search config, should I find something here? Let's search for something else. Let's search for arch install config. See if this is better. Nope. So I guess this is the actual documentation. And I assume, what I have in mind should work in theory, but we don't know. It's still installing. Let's see, possibly missing firmware. Okay. It seems that it's doing good. Just installing a lot of stuff at the moment, and just gonna give it a few more minutes. Let's see what this guy does in the meantime. So he installs. It's installing packages right now, it seems. Hopefully it's gonna be done soon. Let's see. Where was I? Here. Let's see what this guy does. Okay, that's the login screen that he selected. I don't like it at all. Okay. Okay, he sets the resolution there. Oh, nice. Okay, to get his .files. I don't think I'm too interested in that, but it's a great start. Wonderful video, by the way. Let's see the end result. Okay, so what would you like to do next? I'm going to exit Arch install. The computer is still on. The USB drive is still there. Can I unmount it? It's unmounted in theory, I would assume. No, it's DF. So mount. How do I remove my USB stick? Removes mount and anything under it. I think it's unmounted, right? Isn't it? I don't know why it still shows a mount point for this. Let's try this. Oh, okay, there we go. It's unmounted. So SDA2. Okay. Yep. I don't see it there anymore. So I think that is I can remove the flash drive from there, and now I can reboot. Is it sudo reboot just like in Debian, or is it something else? Sudo reboot. Let's switch to the computer. Let's see what it shows. Okay, so it's restarting right now. Archlinux. Okay, so archlinux. Yeah, that's the one. No, I have to use the other keyboard here, which is this one. And there we go. It seems that we are in there. My shift is about to start. I have to work already, so that is it for now. Probably tomorrow I will continue. Now, YouTube comments is gonna be my ChatGPT, my open source Virgin Arch voice. Just jump in the comments, tell me what I did wrong, what I could have done better. I have no experience with Arch, so it would actually help and mean a lot. So just let me know if you have any tips or any suggestions, or if you know what that error meant, why it showed up. Just whatever you want to share it in the comments. I'm going to read all of them, and I'll see where to go from there in the next video. I also want to thank the supporters, the people that have become members on YouTube. Web23 is the first CEO, web23.com. You should be able to see the name listed there. We also have 3 different executive producers, new members. A new member joined yesterday. I'm going to add it in the credits. So really appreciate it. If you like this content, just consider becoming a member so that I can continue making these videos. Again, remember, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any tips or tips, just share them in the comments, as it helps the algorithm as well. It gives more activity to the video and all that good stuff. That's it, boys and girls. Well, my female audience is like 0.5%. So, but let's be inclusive. That's it, boys and girls. Till the next time.